Right, okay, so in this video what I'm going to do is go through when you do have a right angle triangle and you get given two of the sides, any two sides, how do you calculate the angle? So, first thing that you would do when trying to find any length is you would label the sides again. So this one here is next to the angle. So this one next to is the adjacent. Okay, and then this one is opposite the angle. So this one would be the O. So we've got our opposite and adjacent. Now, as with finding the sides, you would always label the sides even when you're trying to find the angle. Okay, so the second step is we also need to figure out which ratio we need to use. So is it cos, is it tan, is it sine? Okay, so I've got an opposite and the adjacent here. Okay, so if I take the O's and then I take the A's, and I've got two ticks for tan here. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be using the tan ratio. And the tan ratio, the third step, you write down the ratio you have, is tan of the angle equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, like so. Now, step 4 is where you would write in the values into that. So we've got tan, we don't know our angle yet, that's what we're trying to work out. So it's tan of our angle is equal to the opposite, which is 8, over 7. Okay, that is literally all we have to do. Now, the next step you probably wouldn't have seen before and involves using another different button on your calculator. So to actually calculate the angle, what you have to do is tan to the -1, that means the inverse. So the inverse of tan, 8 over 7, is equal to our angle. Now you might be wondering, how the hell do you do that? So if you find the tan button on your calculator, be here. If you look just above it, we've got tan to that -1. That means the inverse. That means we're working backwards. So to calculate our angle, I just do shift tan, so I get tan to -1, and then I type in 8 divided by 7. Okay, so I get that on my calculator, press the equal sign, and they get 48.8. So my angle is equal to 48.8 degrees, just like that. And it literally is that exact thing again and again and again. So let me give you another example now. So let's say we've got another triangle. Let's make it look a bit different, this one. And let's say this side is 9 centimeters and this one is 4 centimeters. Okay, go through all the steps again. That's what I want you to do every single time. Doesn't matter if it takes a bit longer if you get it right. Okay, so the first thing you do, label sides. So this one is opposite the right angle. So that one would be my hypotenuse anyway. And let's say we want to work out that angle there. So this one is opposite that angle. So that is the O. So second step, so we write out SOHCAHTOA again. So I've got an opposite, so I take the O, O, and O. And the other side I've got is my hypotenuse, so I'll take the H's. So I'm using the sine ratio here. So step number 3, I'll write out that ratio. So I get sine of my angle is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, that's the ratio we're going to use, and the exact same way we did the previous one, do the same thing again. So step number 4, write in the things that we know. So sine of my angle is equal to the opposite, which is 4 over 9, which is my hypotenuse. But I'm trying to calculate the angle. So what I would do, the angle is equal to the inverse of sine 4 over 9. And on your calculator, you find the sine button, and you can see sine -1 up there. So you shift inverse of sine 4 divided by 9. Ooh. Okay, just like so. And you get 26.387. Now that 7 is going to round that 8 up, so 26.39. If we do it to one decimal place, we'll just go to 26.4 degrees. And that is how you would calculate any angle at all in a right angle triangle when you know two of the lengths. Okay, so always label your sides, write out SOHCAHTOA, do the ticks for whichever side you do have, write out the formula, write in what you know, and just work it out. Hopefully that clears all of that up for you.